Good morning. Welcome to Find Your Zone, the Space Journal. I'm Ellen.
And I'm Riley. Today we're going to talk about cafes, spaces that are necessary in modern life. Are they really suitable as places to study or work?
Exactly. These days, many people like to bring their books or laptops to cafes to study or work. Some even stay there the whole day.
But are cafes perfect for study and work? Today we'll explore the pros and cons of cafes as study or work environments, focusing on aspects like atmosphere, comfort, facilities, distractions, cost, and whether they are suitable for group study.
The atmosphere there is probably one of the biggest selling points of cafes. What do you think, Riley?
I think the background sound in the cafe are fantastic. The sound of coffee machine paired with soft music. It's soothing and I can be focused.
Right. Studies have shown that this kind of white noise can raise concentration, especially for creative work. But it's not for everyone. Some people need complete silence.
Also, the atmosphere is a lot different depending on the type of cafe. Small cafes might be quieter, but in popular chain stores or during busy afternoon tea hours, the noise was always annoying.
And if the cafe is trendy or the weekends before an exam, there's often the issue of no seat. Wait for a seat can waste a lot of time, and sometimes you just end up leaving.
Exactly. Even though cafes' atmospheres are appealing, they're not always ideal for long stays.
Speaking of long stays, we have to talk about comfort. I feel like seats in cafe isn't always suitable for long periods of sittings. Sometimes the chairs are so hard that my back starts aching after half an hour.
Definitely. And the tables too. If they are too small or too low, there's barely enough room for a laptop, and you end up hunched over while writing.
Then there's the temperature. Some cafes have air conditioning that is very cold, or if you're sitting by the window, sunlight might be too harsh in the afternoon. This can really affect your study efficiency and concentration.
And in popular cafes, seating can be tight or there might be a time limit. Even if you find a spot, it might not be ideal, like one without a power outlet.
The comfort level often depends on whether you grab a good spot. There must be a skill in it.
Free Wi-Fi and power outlets are another attractive feature of cafes, especially for people working on laptops.
True, but the number of outlets is limited, so it's a matter of luck. In crowded cafes, outlets might already be fully occupied.
Beyond Wi-Fi and outlets, cafes don't offer other resources. For instance, libraries provide access to books and quiet study areas, while cafes are more convenient for temporary basis.
That's one of their limitations. They're more suited for short tasks or organizing notes. For academic research, libraries or home are still better options. In my opinion, the distractions are one of the biggest challenges in cafes. Like when someone talks on the phone so loud or kids are running around, it's hard to concentrate.
Exactly. And sometimes the background music can be so loud. Fast-paced pop music can make it so hard to focus.
Also, during peak hours, it is so hard to focus when people keep walking through. In such moments, cafes aren't ideal for studying.
That's why choosing the right time and location is crucial if you are planning to study at a cafe.
This brings us to another question. Are cafes suitable for studying with friends? What do you think?
I think they're a good choice for light discussions or just staying with friends. Cafes are less formal than libraries, so chatting feels more natural. There are also coffee drinks and cakes. Some cafes even provide meals.
But there are challenges too. For example, most cafe sitting isn't designed for group discussion. 2 or 3 people might be fine, but 4 or 5 or even more, finding a suitable spot can be a difficult task.
Right, and controlling volume during discussion is not an easy task. If you speak too softly, people can hear you. But if you speak too loud, it will disturb others. This makes cafes not the best choice for discussions. Finally, let's talk about cost. If you spend an entire day at a cafe, do you think it's expensive?
Definitely. A cup of coffee is at least $100, and with snacks, you're looking at $300 to $400 for a day. For students, that's quite a bit.
True, but a good environment can help focus and save time, making the cost worth it.
If budget is an issue, you could try to bring your own drinks or snacks and look for cafes that are allowed outside food. This helps reduce expenses a bit.
Or consider staying home or going to the library, and treat cafe as an occasional change of environment. That's a nice balance too.
We have covered a lot today, from atmosphere, comfort, and facilities to distractions, group studying suitability, and costs. We also discussed the pros and cons of studying in cafes.
In summary, cafes are charming but with limitations. If you accept the downside, they can be great study spaces. But if you need a quieter and more stable environment, libraries or home might be better.
I hope our podcast today gave you some insight. If you have your own experiences or stories about studying in cafes, feel free to share them with us in the comments.